A 31-year-old man accused of scamming elderly people in a tree trimming scam made an appearance in circuit court this morning. Vilisoni Mafia is accused of collecting hundreds of dollars from senior residents in the KAIMUKI and East Honolulu areas and then failing to provide any tree trimming service. KITV4's Jodi LEONG spoke to some of the victims this afternoon. And Jodi, what did they have to say?
Well, Paula, primarily that they learned a valuable lesson and they will never again pay for someone for their services until the services are delivered. Residents on Kokohead Avenue were the first targets, according to court documents. Prosecutors say 31-year-old Vilisoni Mafia approached a 77-year-old woman and her son on July 23rd about trimming their 2 mango trees. He offered to do it for $800. Mother and son told Mafia they'd think about it. But after the son went to work, he said Mafia returned to talk to his elderly mother.
He just kind of conned her into giving him upfront cash money to provide services.
The woman's son asked that we not reveal his identity, but he says his mother gave Mafia $800, $400 in cash, and a $400 personal check.
Immediately he told my mother that he was going to go check on his so-called boys at another job site, and so he had to leave.
Mafia gave the woman a cell phone number and said he'd return.
They waited a few hours. In fact, they were getting a little late. They tried to call that number, and of course the number was just a dead end.
By the time the family called First Hawaiian Bank to stop payment on that check, documents say Mafia had already cashed it. 3 days later, prosecutors say Mafia struck this neighborhood.
Straight, over here.
Mabel Shishido says her 83-year-old husband made a deal with Mafia to trim 4 trees for $350. He told them,
"I'll be back." That's all he said.
And then he left?
Yes.
And he didn't come back?
No.
The scam victims admit they made a huge mistake, and they want others to learn from it.
Everybody works hard for their money. That guy is just a smooth talker, We just fell in his spider web, his trap.
Now, prosecutors say there may be up to 10 victims in this case. Police arrested Mafia last Wednesday at the Kaneohe First Hawaiian Bank at Windward City Shopping Center. He's charged with second-degree theft, and he's being held on $50,000 bail. His arraignment set for Thursday. Paula?
Now, Jodi, how did they finally catch up with him?
Well, listen to this. He asked his victims to make their checks out to him. Vilisoni Sekope Mafia. Victims positively identified Mafia, and the banks put a red flag on his name. When he tried to cash a check last Wednesday, the teller called police, and then he was arrested. Paula.
All right, Jodi, thank you very much.